We dive deep into Cate's brain, and along the way, we talk about potential theories into what happened and what could happen next. We are especially interested in her shocking revelations and what that could mean. And of course, what in the puppet universe is going on with Sam? We've got theories, and we want to hear yours too. Drop them in the comments after you press on the subscribe button. It was that moment when the hand hit the glass.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
That Titanic hand.
Look.
Look. At least he ain't rip her in half.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Because when he go into puppet mode, he just start pulling shit, and we get the little red string. And
all right, y'all, we've got a lot to talk about, but let's get started with our title. Oh yeah.
All right, so our title for episode 6 tonight is Jumanji, and there are lots of games that have taken place in this episode, and oddly enough, they are in everyone's head, or are they just in someone else's head? So let's get into it.
Speaking of being in people's heads, let's start with Cate's powers. Chad, I know you really want to talk about Cate's powers.
Yeah, so I mean, before this episode, we've seen the basics of her power. She touches somebody, she can read their mind, make them do things. Mostly we see her make them do things. In this episode, we get to see her she does it a lot. She goes through things, and this time she passes out and takes everybody with her into what starts off as her mind and then goes off into everybody else's mind. Basically, this is how we get everybody's secrets all out in the open to everyone in this episode. It's nothing that we were like alluded to before, because it always had to be touch. And this time she's passed out and they're just standing in the room, and everybody in the room gets sucked in. And like El said, the game of Jumanji, you die in the head, you die in real life. And there's the random dude that gets sucked up with him. And he does die there, and we never see his ass again. So I'm assuming that he's dead. I kind of wanted to see what happened to the body in the real life, because if I remember right, he kind of like blew up and that blood spatter that they're known for in this show. But we didn't see what happened in real life. I was just kind of curious about that. But because she didn't have to touch him, and because she pulled them all in, she's like really super powerful. But we've never like really tapped into that before, and I don't know if she can like consciously do it. So that might be something to watch going forward.
I don't know. I'm thinking that she can do it consciously. So, for instance, like once she woke up, number one, she went invisible. So that's another one of her powers. She's able to be invisible.
You called her on it.
She can also move things. Right? Remember, like she moved the wall. She got out through the wall. She parted them walls.
I'm trying to remember what was real and what was not.
That was the real part. Because she escaped by parting them walls.
I missed that part. I just don't remember that part. But then this chick a problem. Like she's a problem.
You think? The problem. She is the problem. That just makes me wonder, like, okay, for real, how much more have y'all used Cate for that we don't know about because of the magnitude of her power? Like in this case, I'm still not a fan of Cate, but I love Cate's power. Cate has telekinesis. Cate got a lot going on.
She got Prue powers. She got Phoebe powers.
Okay.
She just don't have Piper powers
that we know of.
Yeah.
Is this some charm stuff?
Yeah, charm.
Okay.
Yes. Good inference. Yes.
So I know that Brittany really wanted to talk about Cate's backstory. There was a lot that we learned once the group was inside Cate's head. Brittany, can you break that down for us?
Yeah. So basically what happened is that remember how before we were like, we don't know if she's telling the truth about her backstory. So she actually was. So her brother did disappear, and we see a search party that included the mom and a sheriff, and they had dogs. And so basically what happened is that a younger version of Cate runs out towards the mom, and the mom's like, I'm afraid of her. I don't want her by me. And the sheriff is like, oh snap, okay, well, come little girl, come. So it's kind of sad to see a mom be like afraid of their own child. And so the sheriff coaxes her away, and then that was that part, and it goes to another part.
So what can we assume happened to Kate's brother? If the mom was afraid of her and didn't want her to touch her, what can we assume Kate did to her
He
brother?
walked away into an oblivion.
Yeah, I
He
mean, if
just kept walking.
from we still didn't see her actually do it, but from what she said and how this scene plays out, all she did was touch me. Was like, basically walk off and don't come back. I
Go
don't know.
away and never come back.
Yeah, now you would think they'd be able to find the little boy. So there are questions to be had, but from what she said and how this went out, it just sounds like she touched him, told him to walk away, and he just kept walking. And her mom was just scared because now she knows she touches me, all bets are off, and she does the. I'm gonna say the scared white woman thing, but I ain't gonna let her touch me either at this point.
It's so funny coming from Chad.
What? I mean, it was a scared white woman thing.
It was very much so. Very much so.
Like, there's a way this goes down if it's black people that's still the same way. Like, okay, you can't touch me, but I'm gonna take you home. We're gonna figure this out, but you got to stay like 20 feet away from me. Whereas this was like somebody's trying to grab this woman's purse that looked like me. That's kind of how it went down.
Okay, so I do have one. It's so hard for me to express this. I'm sorry.
So give us the theory.
So I love theories. I love theories.
And
So
yours are right.
well, I mean, not necessarily. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Kate's brother got his own powers, and he might have, listened to her at first, but I'm thinking that, he got his powers, he freed himself, and he was just like, nah, I'm going, y'all too dysfunctional. I gotta go.
But he was only 6 years old.
And how old was she? She was young too.
She was.
Imagine being 6 years old and unaware of the power that you have, and then coming into that. So I wouldn't doubt it, because just like with Luke and Sam, their parents used both of them as guinea pigs. So I wouldn't put it past Kate's mom, just based on how she's been acting from what we've seen in the backstory. Like, you don't seem like a great person.
And just to add on to it, so Andre and his dad, they have similar powers. Golden Boy and Sam have similar, not quite the same, but similar powers. So one can assume that Kate's brother might have had similar powers as well, and was just able to overcome whatever it was that she told him to do.
That's
They never found him that we know of.
Mm-hmm. Season 2, look out for it. Season 2, he's gonna join Godok and you.
Stay as far away from that place as possible.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if Rufus is her brother?
Oh my god!
Those are kind of similar powers.
Rufus.
I love a good plot twist. Yes, Rufus. Good Rufus and mind raping Kate.
Especially if she's really older than, just to borrow, your theory from last episode. If she's older than she's professing to be,
I mean,
it becomes conceivable.
Now that would be just perfect. Rufus and mind raping Kate, a family full of fuckery.
Speaking of fuckery, Dean Shetty.
I hate the house.
Dean Shetty wants them all dead. Hell yeah, I know you want to talk about this.
Oh my god. From the beginning, I've been feeling like this is just one prestidigitator if I've ever seen one, a quick slide of the hand. Dean Shetty is something. I am not a fan. I am just like floored at how she is the common denominator in the deep shit that has been happening at God U. So for me, Dean Shetty.
Get it right.
Yes, let me enunciate. Dean Shetty. She manipulated poor Kate in her hour of need, so it makes me not want to punch Kate in the face as much, because you were really just a child. And so I can only imagine having all of this power that you didn't ask for one, and your mom blaming you for your brother's loss or being lost or whatever. And
for something that the mom did. The mom did it.
Right. I didn't ask for this. I did not ask for this. So you don't even want to come near me. You treat me very poorly. So of course, when Dean Shetty with her good cocoa butter smelling self comes in with her pretty hair and her smooth brown skin, she wants to talk to me. She's pulling up a chair in my room. She's not afraid of me. She wants to know how I feel. She's listening to me. So yeah, she could have told me to do whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, how much of it you want me to do? You want me to start today? Okay. You know, you just got to understand the psychology of it. She is still a child with all of these powers. She is still just a kid. She's in there working on her little math. God bless her heart, because the girl don't math. I'm an ELA. You know, but she in there doing her little virtual learning. You know, still trying to have some sense of normality.
How many years did she say she was
Dean
locked in her
Shetty comes
room?
slithering in, huh?
How many years did she say she was locked in her
I
room?
want to say she said like 8, huh?
Yeah.
My goodness. Can you imagine?
I cannot. You know, and then I
That's
got a
traumatic.
window here for aesthetics. I'm in here in these winter gloves by myself doing math. You know, and it's a wonder she ain't off her mama. Because I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been upset. I would have
After 8
touched him.
years?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And she could do it. She could do it.
Right. Go fuck yourself. That's what I would do to her mom if I was her. There you go. Enjoy. So yeah, Dean Shetty, you know, once again, common theme for her, these powers of persuasion that she has and knowing who to work and how to work them, you know, to get exactly what it is that she needs.
I
want to know more about
get exactly what she needs. I love it.
That sounded so sensual, and it wasn't supposed to. But I do want to know. I want to know more about Dean Shetty though, going forward. Like, why does she hate the super
Supes?
able? That's another. That's for later. Let me be quiet because I could talk all day about Dean Shetty. Because
I don't know. Let's dive in. Let's dive into that. Brittany, why do you think Dean Shetty hates the Supes so much? I mean, at this point, we don't really have any backstory, but I mean, let's just think about it.
Good theory speculation.
Ooh, a theory. So maybe possibly something in her childhood or adult life has happened where she had a negative interaction with them that's caused her to say, I need to obliterate all of them and do it in the most cruel way possible. But for some reason, she's fixated on starting off with the children versus the adults. So I'm thinking something must have happened with her in her younger life to make her want to do that. Because you got to be a special kind of evil to be able to turn it on and turn it off. And she is very much so evil.
And to do this to children. I agree.
To children.
I love the fact that you brought in psychology, especially because we're talking about Dean Shetty. I love that. Chad, any theories?
Mine is completely baseless because we have no evidence of this, but you know, she feels like she might have. The show has kept saying that she's like a human. She's the only human around this place, but ain't nothing to say that they're not lying. Or she's not lying, and that maybe, you know, we know that there's these people that have this deep self-hatred and will take it all out on everybody else like themselves. So that could be her angle. She could be a super self, and we're just like, I'm gonna get rid of everybody because she got problems with herself.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I agree with you, Chad, and I feel like this is something that I believe Elia talked about. Elia said, "Why she's always touching people? She's always touching people, and maybe she needs to touch people to get them to do what she wants them to do." But perhaps when she was younger, Brittany, just to use what you were talking about, perhaps when she got her powers, it led to something really, really bad, right? That has scarred her, and kind of blaming everyone, not everyone, but if I could get rid of Supes, then this won't happen to anybody else. That kind of thing. So we're still with Cate's story. We're still in her head. We're still stuck in Cate's head. But we learned a little bit about Andre and Cate. Oh yeah, what happened?
In this particular hell loop, in Cate's head, we find out that you're not just watching her memories. Like, these things are quite active. So with Cate and Andre, their relationship obviously is very strained at this point. So inside her head, Andre is able to see Golden Boy. So this, what seems like Cate's memory, becomes quite real for Andre when he gets called out. Andre's secret is he did not just start sleeping with Cate after Golden Boy's demise, but rather he has been blessing her down for quite some time behind Golden Boy's back. Scandal. Okay.
Slinging that Peter Weeder.
And according to Golden Boy, he knew about it.
So I'm wondering if he really knew, or if that was just like inside the memory, like making him be accountable for what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like calling him out because of guilt or whatever.
Maybe that's why he said "I love you" at the end, because he wanted him to know, like, I know what you did, motherfucker. And I still love you.
I still love you, but I know you was
still
messing my
love you,
girl
but
down.
I know what you did. I know you've been bumping skins with my boo, and I still love you.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Cate stole his memory, and he never found out.
Mm.
Mm.
He
But
might
he
have
had
caught
those
them, and she was
breakaways.
just like, "Oh, forget."
I can see that.
Forget that I was in a 3-point stance for Andre. Forget.
I mean, he's already doing it with dildos, so he might as well just take the real thing. I'm just saying.
Whatever happened to the dildos?
We still
I'm
don't know.
so curious about that drawer dicks. That's yeah.
Who just takes a drawer of dicks away?
And what color were they?
I feel like it was an assortment. I feel like he had a golden one.
Of course he did. Nothing like a good golden phallus.
Chad's blushing. Oh my god.
Who needs a golden palace when you can have a golden phallus?
No, it's just the like I thought they were different colors anyway, but I just never would have thought of a gold one. But it makes all the sense in the world. So.
A gold member.
So, do you think that everyone's reaction to that revelation was warranted, or not?
I think they were fake shop. You know how you're like
a little judgy for me. I ain't like the judging. I ain't appreciate it because it's like that's before y'all got called out on y'all stuff and wanted some compassion and grace and mercy. Y'all got your own stuff going on and got the nerve to be giving Andre the side eye. Really? I ain't
But that's what
appreciate
people do when they. That's what people do when they don't think they're about to get called out on their stuff. They like they find something out and they just react, and then as soon as something gets thrown in their face that they did, they're like, "Oh, oops, I guess I shouldn't have done that thing first." So, yeah, Andre had the unfortunate luck of being the first one to go, and yeah, everybody's gonna have their fake outrage because at that point, all their shit's still not known. To them, this is the worst stuff in the world. This because this all y'all know. But yeah, then they get their comeuppance when everybody find out the shit they done.
I love it. It came quick too.
one after the other.
All of this, it came quick too, one after the other. I can't. I hate y'all.
We should just rename the show Double Entendres. Yeah.
So also, other people got exposed. Jordan Lee got exposed. Brittany, what happened with Jordan?
Ooh, Jordan Lee got exposed. Jordan Lee was acting like, wait, what's the pronoun? Them?
Them.
Mhm.
They. Them.
They, them were just so innocent.
But wait, they pronouns are real. They really are them they.
Them they. Yeah. And so basically what happened is that we walk into Jordan Lee's memory of him walking in on Golden Boy. Walking in on Golden Boy, talking to Brink and confronting him about the woods. And immediately when he was about to attack Brink, Jordan Lee came out of nowhere and put the sleeping medicine on him so that way he'll just knock out. And that was the moment that Brink started coaxing they's ego and telling Jordan Lee how great them are and just all of these things, being nice. And so at that moment, Jordan Lee's female side came out and was like, "You're a coward. You need to realize that Brink does not love you. Brink is just using you, and being nice to you does not equate love." So I think that was a really powerful moment. And we all find out also why Jordan Lee became a TA for Brink.
Because of that moment.
Yes, because of that moment.
Do you think that was really his way? Do you think that was Brink's way of shutting him up?
Yes.
Or her? Or them? Shutting them up?
Mm-hmm. I do. I think that Brink knew that he had to do something to show Jordan Lee that them are valued.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his way of doing it.
All right. I still have a burning question. All right. So in so many different ways, it seems as if Jordan is actually so much more powerful than Golden Boy. Do you think that, because also in that particular moment, Jordan was just like, well, I want to do whatever he's doing to become more powerful. Was Brink really trying to save Jordan? Like protect Jordan?
No. I think Brink was just trying to keep Jordan around because Jordan was useful to him. So
why not then have Jordan go through the same things that Golden Boy was going through?
Because it's not commercial. Them are not commercial. They're not mainstream enough. You can't make that much money off them the way you could Golden Boy.
Okay, but
And I think that if you kept Jordan Lee around, Jordan Lee could be like a bodyguard or like a protector, like somebody that's always going to have your back, but still is in the inner circle that you can manipulate like a puppet.
so then question. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I guess my question is, hmm, if Jordan Lee had remained up like a man, then he would have been marketable, would have
Hmm.
been marketable, would have been powerful. Maybe not as powerful as both of them, right? Because when Jordan is the girl, she has certain powers that the male half doesn't have. I guess what I'm saying is he motivated Jordan to split and have those two identities, and in so doing, kind of set it up so that Jordan wouldn't be marketable.
I see where you're coming from. So I think that it's a part of the manipulation that Brink was doing, where Brink was trying to make Jordan Lee feel comfortable with both sides of they them, instead of doing the same thing that Jordan Lee's father does, where Jordan Lee's father is just like, oh, I want you to only be a boy. That's what Jordan Lee is used to. I only want you to be a boy. I only want you to be a boy so we can have sex. I only want you to be a boy so that way you were my firstborn son. I don't know who this girl is, but that's not my child. So I think that Jordan Lee was manipulated
I'm
by
wondering.
Brink.
So I'm wondering, and which of course Brink is a bag of dicks like the rest of them, but I'm wondering if he had a larger purpose for Jordan Lee, but ultimately he got killed, that he didn't get to achieve, because he was definitely grooming them,
Yeah.
definitely. But I'm wondering if there was a larger purpose at play that he did not get to, see into fruition because he was murked.
Mm.
So I think I didn't think about this until just listening to that. So I think he had the perfect way to manipulate them because he is playing into the whole you can be who you want to be, knowing full well that limits to what they can do, but making them the TA and knowing that Golden Boy has already come after him once, they made him forget. Well, if he comes again, I know that they can handle him, and they're right outside my door. So it's a way to keep them in check and think that they're actually that you're actually helping them. And if push comes to shove and Golden Boy comes in and is trying to get all, trying to jump at you, you got them right there, and at the very least they can handle him. They might lose the fight eventually, but it's going to be a fight, and that gives you a chance to not die, unless Golden Boy does what he actually did, which was just kind of bum rush. You watch, they not there.
So you think he
Okay.
was they are a guard dog?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. I stand corrected. I'm gonna leave it alone. Also, in case it, we see Marie Moreau's story again. Except we find out at least one new interesting thing about Marie Moreau. Oh yeah.
So in this episode, of course, no one else has seen Marie's backstory, so I guess that was more so for the audience, for them to kind of be inside of her head to see what happened. And her sister is there and pretty much blaming her for everything that happened. For me, this was one of the most flat scenes in the entire show. I'm a fan of the actress, I really am, but this whole Jumanji scene with her, uncovering what needs to be said to Cate in order for Cate to kind of wake up, I just really thought it was a really flat scene. I really just did.
Why is that, Elliot?
I don't know. And honestly, Marie hasn't been carrying for these past few episodes. It's been Emma. But for me in this scene, I just don't know. It's just like, it was just so flat. The acting was just bad in that particular scene. It just was like, it's not your fault, Kate. It was none of our fault. And it's like, we didn't do a take two. Nothing. I don't know. And no disrespect, again, love this actress, love her acting. Hey, super fan, but that's it. And maybe I'm wrong. I would like to hear from y'all, but to me, I thought it was flat. I thought that scene in particular was really flat because this, we had it's been very, very climactic up to this point. So when we, for everybody's situations, then we get to this one, it's really serious. But in order to get out of it, Jumanji, to get out of Kate's head, this is what you deliver. To me, that was just flat. It really was.
Brittany, I really want to get your thoughts, Brittany.
She's right. Elia's right. Emma has been carrying the last couple of episodes. but the acting was pretty flat right there. Her sister's role, the person who played her, did a really great job. But for some, she just
Annabelle.
Annabelle did a really great job. But for some reason, Marie just it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. It wasn't as I'm rewatching it. It was,
See, you see, it was terrible.
it was terrible. As she's
It was
standing over
giving
her
me
dead
Tubi
parent's
vibes.
body, and
Wow.
she's like, the people that you killed, okay, but it's not your fault. But anyway, people that you killed, and you're like, it's not your fault, Kate. It's not your fault. It's like what?
Chad was laughing because I said it was giving Tubi vibes. It really
Yeah.
was.
It was giving Tubi vibes. It did give Tubi vibes. Oh my gosh, you're so right. It was bad. It
I
was
mean, I'll be
bad.
back maybe at the end of the week for the new episode, but still, if that was giving me Tubi vibes, I was kind of upset. I was like,
It could have been more. It was very low budget. It was bad, y'all.
it was
I was shocked. I was like,
episode
what? Just
great
happened?
value episode.
This is a great value.
Great value.
Damn.
White stag.
Chad, your thoughts?
So it didn't. None of those thoughts caught me. But as I'm thinking back about it, I can't really remember what she did. So I mean, I guess that goes along with it because nothing says I can remember everybody else's stuff. I don't really remember that part. So
That's a shame.
it could be a testament to that. I don't know. I had not thought about it until we just kind of ran her down real quick. But I didn't think she's been that bad so far through the whole show. So hopefully it's like this, this little part that they want a tight schedule. They had to just run through it. So she got that one take and had to get out. Maybe that's what it was.
It was like watching Mayfair Witches all over again. I was traumatized.
They already took the gloves from Mayfair Witches.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Look again. If y'all ever just come upon our humble show, look, I love your acting. I think you're amazing. But this scene
it didn't do it for me, Marie.
I want more from you because you've given me more.
I expect more. You set the standard. This is your fault, not mine.
I'm blaming the directors though because they let that go.
I will say this though, not to discount anything that you said because I actually agree with everything that you all have said. However, what those few scenes, that scene and then a few scenes after that, what it did for me was it kind of set the stage for Marie to be their leader, right? She said a couple of things. She was just she said, Kate, you're with us. You're just as messed up as the rest of us. You're with us. So how is this freshman coming into this group and then telling everyone else you're with the rest of us, right? That's kind of like basically saying Marie is going to be the leader of this group. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's the perfect segue into setting her up as the leader. But thus far, I'm not seeing it. I'm just not. I would not vote her as leader of this group right now. I would not. For right now, what we've seen.
For acting alone.
Not even a supporting role. No, it's gonna be a no for me. It would be Emma for me.
It would be Emma. She's the hero. She's coming in strong. And I never thought I'd say that because I was Team Marie at first.
And perhaps even Jordan Lee, but I do agree with you. That is a good setup, to catapult her into that role. It's just the role was dry. It wasn't a buttery role.
All right.
Popeye's biscuit dry.
Speaking of Emma's and Popeye's biscuits, only because it's the Popeye and it sounds so much like
cake,
like puppet.
Oh,
speaking of Sam and Emma's Muppet experience.
Speaking of crank yankers.
So in this particular storyline, we're seeing Emma and Sam, get to know each other a little bit more. They're exploring. Chad, what happened?
Emma went back and she met up with Sam after she got her memories back, and they were both excited that they remembered each other. And as people do in these situations, they decided that now would be a perfect time to just get to know each other. And we get that little scene of them having their little fun, which is fine. We've seen lots of sex in this thing, and it's all good.
But we've never seen virgin sex.
Well, oh yeah, that's true.
We haven't. Well,
no.
I'm joining it together with the boys, which again,
No.
you're probably right. There's probably not a lot of virgin sex in there, but that never crossed my mind because before it can cross my mind, Sam looks up at Emma and the damn puppet's back. And
but wait, in what position did the Muppet appear?
So the Muppet appears. She is on top riding. And yeah, it's regular Emma, and then it's puppet Emma.
It was that moment when the hand hit the glass.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
That Titanic hand.
Look.
Look. At least he ain't rip her in half.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Because when he go into puppet mode, we just start pulling shit, and we get the little red string, and then we go back, and there's blood everywhere. I'm like,
wait.
Because I mean, he go to puppet mode, he just like he don't know his own strength, and then shit just happened. So
she did
I
say
was kind of halfway waiting for that to happen.
She saw God. She saw God 14 times. Sam working with a monster.
Sam a whole monster. Maybe Emma said, "Come and get me." I love the flash into the puppet and then back to regular Emma. That just makes a great comedy. I ain't never been so excited about a puppet sex scene.
Have you ever seen a Muppet sex scene?
Gotta confess, this is definitely the first.
I'm pretty sure it's not the first, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. I'm almost not the first.
These people are sick.
I love
every minute of it.
I love it.
That was some great acting. Now that was some great acting. I got to see a sex scene, a puppet show, and some magic. God damn it. This is good stuff.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all got me sweating. Okay, is there anything else from this particular show that we didn't cover today?
We didn't actually bring up Soulja Boy.
Oh, yeah.
The manifestation of, I mean, I guess Cate's 14-year-old sexual desire in her mind that went into all the different descriptions of the things that he had seen with her learning about herself. I know there was a flick the bean and a taco mentioned somewhere in there. There was some other things that his vulgar ass said too, but
she like a douchebag apparently.
Oh yeah, wait, damn, what did he say? I can't remember. But he said he's seen some things and he seems to rather enjoy those things. So, you know, if you've seen Soulja Boy before, this is like par for the course.
That was mild.
This is mild. This is Cate's version of Soulja Boy before she even knew he was still alive. So yeah, if you hadn't seen Soulja Boy and the Boys, yeah, this ain't nothing.
Oh, I can't wait. Is he a hot mess?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Hate that knocking him down.
What do you say? She has fuck boys, but she always comes back.
I forgot he said that.
I love it. We found out with Soulja Boy, it can get real inside Cate head. That's when they say fuck around and find out. We found out we can have him.
Okay, all right. Yo, you know, we had a whole lot of theories today. Please, in the comments, drop your theories. What are we going to find in this next episode? What do you think we're going to see in the next season? You know, because they have renewed genv for season 2. Just found that out. It was like a couple of days ago. So Brittany is excited about that. Brittany, what do you want to see in the next season of genv?
I want to see Marie and Andre's character deeper. Like, I want to see their friendship blossom because I think that there's some like secret camaraderie right there, but we haven't really seen it fully. But I want to see Marie's friendship develop with Andre in particular because he's kind of like a big brother to her. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah, what about you?
I want to see D. Shetty's head on a spike.
Yes, that too.
Season 1 or season 2?
Season 2.
I can wait for season 2, but in the meantime, I do want to know more about her backstory and why she wants the Soups dead. You know, I want to know about her backstory. But yeah, I want to see her head on the spike. She didn't did too much.
Okay, Chad.
Mine kind of plays into between this show and the Boys because I think you can move characters from this show to the Boys, and then how does that play with the dynamics of who's left on this show? So, like you can.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you can take an Andre and put him on like the 7, and how does that affect that show, and then how does that affect the kids that are left in this show? So I want to see how I think you'll get some of that. I don't know how much.
It's almost like a form.
Yeah.
This show could be like a form for
because that's all they were prepping Golden Boy for. They were gonna put him on the 7 and send him to his city and all this stuff, and you could theoretically see all that happen in the Boys. So I want to see how that plays out.
Oh yeah, when they graduate, where are they gonna go?
Because they kill characters on the Boys
left and right
all the time.
Did you notice that in genv, I don't know if it's because these particular actors get paid less, but they were definitely pushing A-Train and what's the aqua whatever?
The deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gross.
He is awful. He's so rapey.
Oh yeah, which season are you on with the Boys?
I think I'm on season 2 now.
Okay,
But I'm over A-Train too. He needs his head on a spike as well. He's an awful human.
they all are.
They all are.
They are.
Everybody on this show's fucked up.
How you literally run through a bitch, like literally run through?
And no remorse.
None.
But I mean, that's par for the course. Every last one of them, even on Gen V. Like, okay, so there is a little bit of remorse on Gen V, just a little. But I ain't seen it.
They ain't killed
Joke
enough
about
yet.
They ain't killed enough yet. Okay, all right.
Not yet.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I have enjoyed this particular episode. I hope that you have too. Don't forget to kiss on the subscribe button, lick on the like button, share us on all your social media, nibble on the notification button, and make love to our senses in the comments. Until next time, y'all have a great one.